On average, there are 34 menopausal symptoms. Now, some people will say there are more, but these are the 34 that have been studied and researched, and the sciences kind of prove that they are related to menopause. So I am going to stick with the sciences because I like to do studies and research, read studies and research, and that's where I'm going to go. So 34 is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to talk about just maybe a few of the real common ones that tend to be really, really aggravating for a lot of women. Hi everyone, I am Dion Hall Griggs, a certified menopause coach, also known as the Menopause Mama. And I'm going to get right into it and talk about weight gain. Now, weight gain is problematic for maybe 90% of menopausal women, and particularly around the midsection, right? So we eat our salads, we exercise, we do all these things, and it doesn't budge. You're not alone. You are not alone. A lot of us women are in that boat. And that is due to all the hormonal changes that are going on in our bodies. Now, as we move through the menopausal transition, estrogen declines, right? And there are tons of estrogen receptors all over our bodies, in our heart, our muscles, our brains. And so when you have less estrogen because it's declining, these estrogen receptors have nothing to attach to. And so they turn into fat, right? And so this is why we see these bodily changes that are happening because we are losing estrogen. Now, what I will say that there are things that you can do in order to mitigate some of these, well, maybe risk or things that we can do to kind of help ourselves. And I'll get into that just a little bit, but let me talk a little bit about some of the other menopausal symptoms that are very common that I see in my coaching practice. Energy, fatigue, a big one that impacts a lot of women. And it does have like a lot of women find that it's disruptive to their careers and even their personal lives, where they can't be as productive as they want to be. They can't play with their kids as much as they want to be. They're not able to excel in their careers sometimes because their energy levels are down, right? It's tanking. And then you add lack of sleep, because a lot of us have sleep issues. It's real. It happens. You're not making it up, right? It's part of one of the symptoms. And if you're not sleeping and you have lack of energy, how can you be productive? Brain fog. A lot of women are retiring or leaving the workforce because they think that they have some form of dementia because they're forgetting. But a lot of it is due to brain fog. I actually do know someone personally who left the workforce. She was an executive who left in her mid-40s because she thought she was starting to have early onset of dementia. And what it turned out to be was that she was actually experiencing brain fog. So it can be very debilitating sometimes, but that's one of the other symptoms as well. Mood issues, erratic mood issues. We are depressed, we're happy, we're anxious, all these different moods, hormonal changes, perfectly normal. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is sexual dysfunction, which we don't really talk about that much, which includes vaginal dryness, right? Low libido. And I'm just going to stop there just with those two, because those two alone have created a lot of division in people, in relationships. They create a lot of chaos because we don't really talk about that stuff too much, but they are real and they do happen. So quickly, without diving into each piece, I will do that in another video when I will go into each symptoms and talk about some things that you can do. But right away, as a quick hit, what I always go to, because I am not a doctor, so I can't tell you medications. If you are at that menopausal journey where your symptoms are unbearable, definitely consult with your doctor. Definitely, there are different medications that they can prescribe for you, but I'm an advocate of natural, holistic solutions before advocating for any medications, but they do have their place. So if you're at a point in your life, only you and your doctor can make that decision that medications is the best choice for you. But I am offering more natural solutions first. If this doesn't work, then certainly you need to really speak to your doctor about that. So one of the biggest things is lifestyle changes. Now, as we get older, we have to recognize that our bodies no longer function, or it's not as forgiving as it used to be when we're 29 or 30. It's just not, right? We can't eat what we want and drink what we want, because we will see it. We will notice it. It will tell us. So as you get older and you want to be healthy during those years so you can reduce your symptoms and effectively manage them, a lifestyle change is an integral part of that. And what do I mean by that? What you eat. It's very important what you eat. You can't eat a lot of, it's not suggested that it's not good for you anyway, a lot of processed foods, right? Your hormones really don't like that. They aggravate the symptoms. A lot of processed foods, fast foods, which falls right into that. A lot of sugars, lots of processed starch, carbs. You want to really be mindful of that. So your food, your diet, your nutrition is important. Supplementation becomes important. Movement is important, and supplementations, you need to really speak to your doctor, because some people are taking certain medications and no interaction. So I really can't speak on that. I can speak on it at a high level, but it's best that for the types of supplement that you may be able to take, your doctor would be able to. But in another video, I will talk about what some of the medical professionals recommend in terms of supplements. Their recommendations, not mine. I'm just the messenger when it comes to that. Movement is super important. We can no longer get away with sitting at our desk for 10 hours, 9 hours and not moving throughout the days. Our hormones don't like that. Our muscles don't like that. It all works together. So you have to move an average at least 30 minutes a day. We have to move. And sleep is also important. But on the other side, sleep is a menopausal symptom. So you're saying to me, Dion, you're telling me to sleep and I can't sleep. I get it. But just the awareness that sleep is important. And so if you're not struggling with sleep as a menopausal symptom, we have to go to bed at a decent time so that we can wake up, so that your body can go through the repairs and the detoxification that happens during our resting period. And one of my other favorite things that I love to do as a solution are essential oils. And for those of you who know me, know that I am totally an essential oils girl. I got an essential oil for every single thing. And so, for example, they are very effective and helpful for sleep. And they're also effective for your mood issues. There are different essential oils that have been scientifically tested and found to be effective to help reducing certain different mood issues. So until next time, I am going to be talking a little bit more about symptoms in the next few videos. But if you found this video helpful or you learned something today, please give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. And leave me a comment if there are things that you want me to talk about as it relates to menopause. Until next time, this is Dion. See you in the next video.